You are live.
What's up, everyone? I'm Exotic, and I have this amazing game called SpongeBob Shooter Square for the PlayStation Portable to celebrate SpongeBob's first 10 years of existence. I'm joined
Woohoo!
here with who?
My name is Orion YTP, and I am also, like Exotic Sponge, a speedrunner of this game.
Yep. So
You are
you're
in
going
for a treat.
a real treat. And you're going to see a lot of cool tricks and things you won't even expect that you'll see in this type of game, or maybe you would. So we get started here, and the timer starts as soon as I press empty here, the save file here, in 3, 2, 1, skadoosh.
Good luck.
Skadoosh.
Thanks. Skadoosh, a Sonic reference there. So first up we have Patrick.
Our first major obstacle.
You can see Patrick's excitement right there on the bottom right. So this game is pretty much a very simple game. It's pretty much SpongeBob had 4 games: PSP, DS, 360, and Wii. And this is the PSP version, the least popular version.
Says
And
who?
yeah, and you can probably tell by the graphics, this is definitely a downgrade if you played the other version before. But don't worry, you're gonna see some unique levels that was only in this version and the DS version, which will be coming up.
Yeah, this game's structure is pretty simple. We just have to go through a linear set of levels, all based off of certain scenes from the show.
Mhm. In this case, this is when I believe SpongeBob. Well, this is Lost Scenes mixed together, not from one specific show, but this will reference SpongeBob's jellyfishing net, which is unbreakable. So the movement here is if you jump or destroy those robots from afar, you can actually destroy them in one hit instead of 2 hits. So that's why I'm double jumping just before I hit them, just so I can get the instant kill, which is normally much faster than kill him in 2 hits, which saves a good, like, I don't know, 3 seconds overall in this first part here.
I'm not sure if that's like an intentional combat mechanic, but it gives the even just like moving around just a tiny little bit of nuance to the run.
Yep, and a cool distinction as well. And the same trick works for the bigger bots, which we facing later on in Kelp.
Right now we really only have one attack, which is that little spatula move, so
Yeah.
our options are going to be a little limited, but that won't stop us.
Oh no, it won't. It won't stop a speed run for a second. In fact, you're going to be doing a first skip, what I call snail jump, even though there's no snail here. But pretty much if you space out your jumps properly, there and don't like rub against the walls, you can actually gain a little bit more height from these very, very lenient walls, invisible walls, which allows you to skip that button, having to defeat all the robots here, and allows him throws that thing to punch that invisible glass jar, which would normally be there if you do his puzzle properly. So like just like that, we pretty much skip this whole entire area without having to do any combat.
Very nice.
Yes. And that, trust me, that's only the very basics skips you're doing right now. The excitement is coming up.
We love our little compressed MP3 sound effects.
Onto the nervous counter section. There's nothing really much to say here, just platforming and not trying to get hit by the fists. And of course those buttons is what activates these platforms to go up. So here we're going to be doing some out of bounds tricks here. Instead of going to the slide, because that is painfully slow, we're going to be instead skipping this by doing this very sneakily out of bounds trick right here. Jump in, jump out, and you're out of bounds walking onto the goo. And then just like that, we're on the base of the slide. And we have another major stick coming up here.
It is as simple as it looks. It's all just about, like, the devs just really did not put a wall there.
Yeah. The wall's only like a suggestion in most cases. And that's definitely is the exception idea.
Yeah, so Jellyfish Fields, the name of the game, is just getting up into high places and just running in straight lines. We're gonna need a power up in this cave to progress.
Yep. Yeah, we're going to be unlocking a don't laugh at this, but this is a SpongeBob's buff pants right here. I assume they're real muscles, but you can see he looks strong, and I don't know what you call this.
You got
like
some
those-
gains.
It's like those fists or arms shouldn't even be there, but it's there.
Now that jump is very interesting because the way that you can hug certain walls will either increase or decrease your jump height. So that's a case where hugging the wall is actually to your benefit because you'll get a lot of extra height and be able to jump up that cliff.
So here we have slide skip coming up, but I'm not going to do that because it's very risky, but it allows you to skip this slide because you can just see how very slow this is. I'm pretty sure this is actually slightly slower than SpongeBob's normal walking speed.
It feels slow.
Yeah.
If,
It's just near the game.
If Exog were to go for it and then like not make the slide in time, there would be no death barrier to catch him, so we would have to redo the entire level.
Yeah, so that's why it's not marathon safe, but I do it when I'm grinding this game. It does save like 18 seconds here. So on to the next I got terrible RNG there, but this is Patrick right here. What I want to happen, these robots walk towards where I'm standing right now, which didn't happen. I want to actually start there as well. So this is a little slow because of RNG, but that's okay. Okay, at the end it was a little bit better. But yeah, with that trick, if that was done like perfectly, those issue, I think.
Are we back?
I think we're back. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, we should be
there.
back.
Alright.
Should I continue now?
So
Great.
I'll
I
try
pause it a little bit.
to summarize what happened in the past
So-
5 minutes. So now that we're in the kelp forest, we have a new mechanic called the spin, and that allows us to utilize a tech called triple jumping. If you spin these little enemies when they turn invulnerable, you get your jump back. So it's just a way to get an extra jump. And
Yeah, it's a great recoil from the robots, which is actually pretty hard to do. I would say spin popping is faster on 360. I got it. And you can see how lenient those ledges are. So you can like, be like way below the ledge and still make that jump
Nice.
because of the leniency. Onto the jelly. And next up we have that's probably the scariest trick in this that I'm gonna be doing in this one called Kelp Out Bounce. And it's scary because if I fall down, it's a reset. I have to reset this level, so I gotta try my best not to do that. But it saves a good amount of time.
we're all about the flashy strats.
Yep. Alright.
If your
hopefully
speedrun isn't even flashy, is it really a speedrun? Like, honestly.
Exactly. Like this is 101.
Eh. And last spin over the jelly, and then I can walk out of bounds here.
Fun
And
fact about those like spinner things that activate mechanisms, you have to spin them twice. Why? Toss PSP.
Yeah, I don't know. It just developers decided to do that, which is very weird, honestly. I don't know why we decided to do that.
All right, and that's Kelp Out of Bounds complete. Now we're going to do another mechanic for the triple jump, collecting this, we want to kill that enemy for safety, but collecting this power-up will also give us our double jump back.
Yep. And that allows you to skip that whole bathroom area, because those robots, I believe, do spawn from bathrooms, which is interesting, but alright.
I think you just said a new sentence. Like, I don't think anyone has ever said that before. Genuinely.
So here we have these plant traps all over the place, and if you go even near those things, they will eat you up and swallow you up, and you will pretty much be trapped there for a few seconds. So that's why I have to make sure I jump really early to make sure I go way above them.
It's fine because in the 360 version, their hitboxes are pretty lenient, but in this one, they're stingy. Now,
Yeah,
now we're on to the goo spin. So what he's gonna do is drop into the goo and spin, which will give him a little extra height boost and give him his double jump back.
and that jump boost there, yeah, there's a lot of ways to get jump boosts in this game. A lot of unique ways, which is why I think Top
Foreshadowing.
PSP is really good. Oh yeah, yeah. I hope this won't spoil anything there. Because he's double jumping and be taken to the next level after this level here. Alright, so for our boss here, we have this submarine guy, and all you have to do is bait him and attack his weak spot. And that's all it is to it. And no, it doesn't really matter that I lost buff there, because they do equal damage to bosses. And that should do it in 3 hits. And I'm gonna stop here early just in case I get trapped here, and I'll reveal the ice mug, the tea mug.
Nice. We defeated the Beatles reference.
Yeah.
I don't know if we mentioned this earlier, but once he collects the happiness object, he could just quit the level.
Yeah, quite
It'll still
early.
count.
It's watching the whole cutscene. And now this is one of the unique levels called Down to Bikini Bottom. But what's most important here is we click a new ability.
The cannon shot, and guess what the
Yeah.
cannon does? Gives us
Yep.
our double jump back.
Yep, lots of double jumps. But the thing with this double jump though is if you see on the top left, I only have 12 shots to use. So if I use all of them, I can't double jump anymore. So I do have to be kind of conservative on how I actually double jump with it. It's actually called climbing hopping as well, but it pretty much allows you to fly in the air for a limited amount of time.
And now we just basically have a free way to go to the end of almost every level.
Pretty much. With a few exceptions, which you will see.
Yeah. We can't
But
just
the-
like go straight to the end happiness object. We have to activate a few things beforehand, like hitting that button and fighting these enemies.
And I believe if you actually defeat these enemies earlier, I think the game just locks itself up.
Yep.
So, yeah. Alright, go defeat these. Hopefully, get combo these big bots here. Boom. Luckily, I got great RNG there, and those two robots just decide to spawn right next to each other. So that allows for instant death for both of them. And there it is. One of SpongeBob's happy smart memories is the mop from the talent show.
Well, yeah, because they gave him a huge round of applause in the
Yes.
talent show.
Yep, I guess it's the best mopping you'll ever see, I guess. So up next we have Robopat. Being tough with Patrick is a reference to this. And it's pretty much a boss level.
It's not too much I spoke a little too soon. But this is one of the more RNG dependent factors of the game. Not because of the boss itself, but because of the enemies that will spawn in.
Yeah, that's like the only RNG part of it. And what I'm going to be trying to do is go into a correct order so I can defeat them in the straightest line possible. But sometimes that does work, and sometimes it doesn't.
For any other fans of the Spongebob games, you'll pick up pretty quickly that this game uses a lot of soundtrack from Battle for Bikini Bottom and the Spongebob movie game.
There you go. So I used a cannon shot to defeat the robots a little bit faster, but it's a little bit risky, and I actually messed up the routing anyway, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, that allows you to not having to walk up to them. You can just destroy them earlier. On to second phase here.
I just now noticed that he has his mace open, but he has his mace out already, but then he goes into his mouth to grab his mace again.
Yeah, toss PSP for you. Alright, you've hit his weak spot there. By the way, I sure you notice where his weak spot is. You need buff to hit it. and if I lose buff in this level, I have to go get one before I can actually attack the boss. So if I let's say lose buff here, it's a pretty bad day. And great RNG there, they stay away from that jelly.
That would make this a sad memory. We only
shuck.
want happy memories.
Yeah. So unfortunately I did lose my buff
Oh,
there,
where did
but
that guy
luckily
come from?
I can just get another one. What I normally try to do to avoid that is spin as soon as I defeat the last enemy, but that didn't happen that time for whatever reason. So unfortunately, I did have to go back and defeat him. And last guy by the police station, and yes, I did on purpose so I can spawn pretty much on top of the happiness object. Alright, last cycle, the final spin, the last final part of being tough with Patrick. I mean, he is a really tough star, but we'll be able to beat him pretty easily.
He's so close. You can see the gaps in the model.
Yeah. Attack is behind, and that should do it for being tough with Patrick. And of course, I don't know what the reference from, but he gives us a green hot dog.
But,
So, yeah.
oh, maybe because like this is a reference to the Weenie Hut Juniors episode, and those are weenies. I don't know.
Maybe. Although I don't remember hot dogs from Hot Juniors, but it could be anyway, honestly.
All right, this is a pretty tricky segment here. So in the fry cook level, he's gonna do a goose spin to get some extra height and a bunch of cannon jumps.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he needed all of his cannon jumps there,
Yeah.
and
I
he dropped
messed
an
up.
input.
Yeah, if I miss just one cannon shot, it's a we'll have to retry this level in order to refresh my account. So let's hope we get this time. Okay, that's a very tall visible wall there. And it's not over yet, because I pretty much do all this entire level without only taking 2 hits. Meaning I can only take 2 hits in this level or I'm dead.
He
So
will
this-
goose spin there.
I would say this is easily the hardest level for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Fry cook is a killer. The invincibility power will help us not take any damage from those.
Yes, got it. Right. So because the risk of me dropping an input is high, I'm going to be doing a little bit of safe jumps here. So that's why I'm going a little slow here, just so I won't just hit a visible wall or drop an input.
Don't worry. To
Because-
me, this looks crazy fast, so you're fine.
I mean, it's faster than usual. That skip saves like probably over 5 minutes, I would say.
5?
Maybe not,
well.
but it
Yeah.
saves some very slow bus segments. So instead of riding the bus, we can just skip all of that, which I'm very thankful for. So fortunately, I did get the quick shot here, but that was good enough. To me, to get the golden spatula.
Is that a BFBB reference?
Yep. And there we go. Now it's us. So yep, this game takes a lot of inspiration from Battle for Bikini Bottom, as you can tell. The references are everywhere. And don't ask me about that. It's like a ghost squid or something like that.
Toss PSP.
Yeah.
Surely this is also a Battle for Bikini Bottom reference, right? Surely.
Definitely. So
I didn't see that in my copy.
So this level, it's pretty much a straight line to the boss because the boss is behind all this stuff. You have to go past this in order to get to the actual boss. So I'll go jump here in the void into like nothingness, and you can see I'm jumping into the void. There's nothing happening until it appears, and that's Santa for you. And now it's time to do our counting for our worst favorite boss
RNG
fight.
counting time.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4. My average is like 16 or something like that, but I should be getting like 12. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We'll get 12. 12, 13, nope, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, that was pretty bad.
Almost in the 20s.
Yeah. I want to stay away from the 20s. Alright, next level we have is Mumble, which Patrick will be revisiting with Patrick. And now let's see if I don't mess this up this time. And this is a level which you can completely skip, because once again, the end of the level is right next to the beginning. It's just behind this invisible wall right here on the left. Ah. Boom. Boom. One more. First try. And there we go, got a telephone.
Better answer it.
Yeah, I'm not going into it though, I'm busy.
Murmler is also a pretty tricky level because it's very easy to not land on after those cannon jumps to miss that seam of the wall.
Yeah, that wall is misperceiving because some of it's solid, some of it isn't solid. So you do have to be careful where you land. We have Robo Squirrel here now.
Do you mind if I butt in with a couple of announcements real quick?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, so there have been a couple of raids that I do want to mention again for everyone that this is Midwest Speedfest Fall Frenzy, and we are benefiting One Iowa. You can find out more about One Iowa at oneiowa.org, and if you feel inclined to donate, you can do !donate or go to donate.midwestspeedfest.com. I just wanted to be real quick just because I know you're in the middle of like a boss fight and you have to explain a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, so it's pretty much all I'm doing is his weak spot. If I go with a gum and hit him at a exact time, he won't deflect my attack, and that allows me to just combo him. This is definitely one of the most popular boss fights in Truth or Square, I would say. Bye-bye.
The coveted Robo Squidward.
And we're about to get his first Cryopie right here. A great reward from defeating Robo Squid. So we're onto a very scary stage here with its Kelp Forest music.
Ooh, spooky. This level is pretty unique in terms of how we route this, and we could be doing cannon jumps to do a lot of these skips, but we want to save them up for later.
Yeah, for a particular reason. There we go. So pretty much I just skipped half the level by doing all that movement right there. And we onto the oops crap. Yeah, man, I completely messed that up. I used to always do that there, but I stopped and I did it again.
Yeah, so that's not the end of the world. He will just need to refill his cannon shots at the end of the level.
Alright, so that part is all platforming. It's a little bit. It's hard to get the first try, but it's just platform pretty much. And now because of the electricity things there and the fist, because if you get hit by them, not only that you lose 1 hit point, you'll get pushed off the whole entire platform. So pull T key and you can jump there, like just like that. Just I'm telling you, these jumps are like very easy. You don't even have to learn in special tech or anything like that.
And it's really amazing how much of this game is skippable even without cannon jumping.
In fact, for full cannon shot jumping, some of the tricks were actually possible. Believe it or not. Oh, I can't even do this there because I made a dumb mistake, but luckily we have a backup.
And you needed to refill your cannons anyway.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I had to reject. Oh, actually, you could actually make that with just 11 shots, but it's a lot harder. And it's I don't get it most of the time, so I just do that. And I'm not gonna risk it, but you can make this with just 11 shots. And that's 24.
Yeah, and the happiness object is just right there. It's one of the
Yep.
few ones that are reachable out of bounds, and you can just grab them.
So up next we have Fly Island. So this level normally takes like 10 minutes to beat, but because of cannon hopping and what I mentioned before, the end of the level is pretty much in view. So I think everyone knows what's going to go on here.
Yeah, there seems to be a little bit of a theme, I'll say.
Yeah, a little bit of a theme going on here. And this one is like the most obvious one for sure.
What a very big level. Surely there will not be a way to skip the entirety of it.
Yep, we just beat the entire level like that, just like that, and didn't see any of that other stuff.
Wow, I am completely shocked.
But yeah, this is the most. Oh, this boss is also very loud. This is very annoying on 360 and Wii, but thankfully on PSP they dumbed down a little bit, and you can just do that. And he shoots like a billion projectiles at us. Top tier game for sure.
Boom. There's actually so many explosions in here that if you try to pause the game, some of the buttons visuals will just be missing.
I actually
Because
found that
there's
out
just too
today.
much to
I
render.
actually didn't know that. I didn't know that about that until like literally today when we were testing. Like literally, when I paused here for testing, I realized that half the graphics are gone. So,
I brought it up in the last marathon we did.
oh, I overlooked it then. But that's cool. So we on to the unique PSP level and DS. This is the Krusty Krab.
Got a very
s-
weird ceiling clip coming up.
yeah. So this is pretty much a boss arena, but because we're so cool, we're going to be doing some other stuff than find some bosses. And wow, I almost said buses. So we're gonna be jumping into the void again, and I think everyone knows what's going to be on the other side of this. If you do, let me know now.
Vote now
I don't
on your
think I
phones.
know.
God, yeah. So it's another Krusty Krab. What a shocker, right? This is where we would normally fight the submarine boss again, a rematch from Cold Forest. But luckily you can skip all of that.
Why did you put a second Krusty Krab next to the first one?
For money.
Money.
Cash money. But also, this is where we fought to fight Santa again. You can see Robo Sponge is there chilling. But I kind of don't want to fight this RNG boss again, and I don't like counting too much, so I'm going to do this instead. And that's why I needed to preserve that one extra cannon shot, so I can actually get on top of the attic here. We're on to the final fight. So here, more RNG stuff here. I'm going to be trying to hope they go together, so I can hit them in one pack. So instead of having to go to one separate one, I can just hit them all in 2 attacks or so. Good. It's a little faster to do it like that, but I'd be very skillful to actually do it, and a little bit lucky. Alright, there we go.
Mind if
And
I butt
we
in
have
real quick?
again. Good.
Yeah, this run is getting close to the end. I do want to mention to everyone in chat, the next run does have an incentive that I'm pretty sure it closes before the run actually starts, making Pseudo Regalia 100%. So if you want to see 100% Pseudo Regalia, please absolutely send in a donation or two. It's gonna be super cool, and I know Jaxler loves showing off 100%.
Yeah, so getting those donations, folks.
Looking forward to
one
that.
Yeah, this one is almost over in like 5 minutes, and that's it for Fly Island refight.
So, a weird fact about this level is, although we've been quitting like the moment we touch the happiness object, this is the one level where we can't really do that. We have to wait for a specific moment. It's when. Why? Toss PSP.
Yeah, That was like one of my first questions when I was learning this. Like, why do you have to wait for that one specific Athens object? So we have a auto scroll here, the final boss. So there's not much to really say here, to be honest.
We should
Except,
pay our respects to the people who have accidentally quitted early in that level, including myself.
yeah, it's definitely if you get into a habit of just quitting levels early and you kind of forget to quit early in a Krusty Krab, it kind of sucks since that's at the really end. So go stay here where the robot Plankton will try to kill me. So Plankton here, he's a very evil genius, very smart. But I think this little shows why Plankton, let's just say, is not so successful in getting the Cryopie Secret Formula. So what I'm gonna do here, go wait for him to finish his attack. Yeah, I'm dead. Okay, let's go inside. And the time is going to end as soon as I grab this thing here.
That's just in the robot.
Yeah, just floating around. The Cryopie Secret Formula just floating in mid-air and not in a safe way it should be. So yeah.
And GG!
Yep, that is SpongeBob Shooter Square for the PlayStation Portable, one of the best games of all time. Well, I mean that's not a true fact, but I would say it was
It's
actually
the
better
best
than I
game of all
thought.
time. We can call it that.
It's the
Okay,
best
there you
game.
go, best game. And then of course, do anyone guess where the Cryopie Secret Formula actually is?
SpongeBob! Have to do it every time.
Yeah, I know. He had a high pitched voice when he says that. But yeah, I'll just play it for a little bit. But yeah, this has been Shooter Square PSP. Very cool game. Nice to explore. It's stuff you'd not expect from a simple game like this. And thanks for good luck, everyone. And good GG's, everyone. So do you have any other words to say, Orion?
I think this amazing game speaks for itself. Let's head out before we have to watch 11 minutes of unskippable credits.
Yeah, the credits are right after this. But yeah, I want to thank everyone from joining, letting me on. I want to thank Orion for commentating. And of course, when you get more information about this game or want to interested in running this game, you can check the Discord. There's people there who will help you out and help you run this game. And it's actually more widely available than you think. So if you want to speedrun something that is somewhat hard, I would give this a try. At least for a speed game. Maybe not casually, although there is the unique levels like Downtown and Krusty Krab, but I would recommend giving it a try if you like into Spongebob, I guess. So yep, I think that does it. You can let us play out until the end credits, and I think that's it for us.
Yeah, but before we head out, where can everyone find you?
You can find me on Twitch .tv Sponge. So that's where you can find me and Orion.
And my Twitch channel is twitch.tv/OrionYTP. I also have a YouTube channel, also OrionYTP. Pretty much anything that isn't Roblox, I am always OrionYTP.
Alrighty, yep. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and I hope you enjoy the continue to enjoy the marathon.